Welcome back to TheChowTimePod. It's your host, Red. Got a video today from Modern Dating here. What's wrong with men? After we say no, they stop. Why? Please like and subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. Ask you that. Chow time.
Do you notice the men are no longer persuasive? Once they ask you out on a date and you say no, that's it. Yeah, because, honey...
Don't know what the problem is now. You say no, we say okay, and you're complaining.
Why is it that nowadays, once you tell a man no, that's it too. Bye-bye. Gone are the days they try to be persuasive and be on your case for months.
Please, make up your mind. No means no.
So when girls say yes, they mean yes. But when they say yes, they also mean no. When they say no, they sometimes mean no, but they sometimes also mean yes.
So please make up your mind now.
Can someone explain to me how there are grown-ass men in this world that are giving women the silent treatment?
Modern women are mad that men no longer pursue them after being rejected. Seems like they want to play games, but we are no longer willing to entertain that, and this is what they are not happy about.
Do you notice the men are no longer persuasive? Once they ask you out on a date and you say no, that's it. Yeah, because, honey... If he wanted to play games, he'd go over to his niece and nephew's house. Maybe go play fetch with his dog at the dog park. I don't know. Play on his fucking PlayStation. Anything is better than playing around with whatever kind of woman this mindset comes out of.
It's funny because, you know, I say hate the player, hate the game, not the player, and men hate the game. That's why we don't even play it anymore. It's not that we actually hate women. We hate the game that we have to play to get women.
Is she expecting us to be chasing even after being told no? Why would we do that? They will have to make up their mind because we are no longer willing to play games. Once we hear no, it's done. We are gone.
And as it should be, men. Once you hear no, turn around, walk the fuck away, and that's it. Never even put that person in your freaking brain again. It's better for you.
Thank you. No lies were told today.
I asked a female friend out 3 weeks ago. She said no. Yesterday she asked me, why haven't you wanted to go out? Exactly. Who would chase after being rejected? So, no doesn't mean no? Obviously, I ain't asking twice. We have learned it's a waste of time to ask again. I've never pursued. No is no. I always just left it at that.
Same.
Hi, I'm so and so. Hi, I'm not interested. Okay, later. Modern women have to understand that men are no longer willing to waste their time chasing women who directly or indirectly communicate she is not interested. We are taking their word for it. Long gone is the time we spent our energy and resources trying to insist on the person who didn't show interest. They need to know that the word no still has the same meaning for us and we are serious about it. If they just want to play...
I wouldn't say it's long gone yet. There's still plenty of simps out there. But all the good men are starting to realize
a bit of game, or if they want to test us, I bet they won't like the outcome of it. Anytime I see scenes like this, I always ask myself, why do they think we are going to chase them after being told no?
it's weird.
What exactly are we chasing? They still didn't realize that simp era is gone. This is a new generation, and we no longer do that. You are either interested or not, and we don't have any issue with letting you go and move to another one. So it's all up to them to stop playing games and take their opportunities seriously when it's presented to them, because in most cases, there won't be another chance as we are no longer wasting our time.
Next, we have a modern woman struggling to understand why her man decided to give her silent treatment when things were getting out of hand. He just wanted to avoid conflict, but she didn't understand it. She's not aware he is emotionally intelligent. It seems like there is no way to win this game because if you say something, you are wrong, but if you stay quiet, you are also wrong. Let's listen to what she has to say.
It's always our fault, man.
Can someone explain to me how there are grown-ass men in this world that are giving women the silent treatment?
I would be more than pleased to explain that. However, I think the largest part of the explanation is actually in this video.
You know how many comments I see that are like, yeah, when I bring up my feelings, he just doesn't speak. When he's mad at me, he just shuts down.
It's genuinely not that hard to figure out if one actually took a few minutes to think about it.
How does that how is a grown man acting that way? That's not a man, that's a boy.
Tell me you are not used to a stable and emotionally mature man without telling me.
Right?
The guy is mature enough to avoid conflict, but she thinks he is a boy.
Did you catch that? It's almost as if part of the explanation was right there.
Yeah.
The whole time. And it's like one is refusing to see it.
They can call it silent treatment, but we mostly call it avoiding conflict. Speak your feelings, wrong. Stay silent, wrong. Have feelings, wrong. Have too much feelings, wrong. Being single, incel and wrong. Being in a relationship, toxic and wrong. You just can't win. An emotionally mature adult will not react. Sounds like she wants a reaction, which usually ends up in people talking over each other and can lead to misunderstandings and fights. She just described an emotionally intelligent man.
Yep.
Women give men the silent treatment and shut down all the time. She is currently dealing with an emotionally intelligent man, but still found a way to complain about it. Sweetheart, if you have a man who is able to stay quiet even when he has millions of reasons to be loud, believe that you are a lucky woman and have a mature man by your side. This is the thing with modern women. After spending a long time entertaining Chad, they lose the ability to identify a healthy and mature person. They get to the point.
I don't think they even had this ability in the first place. Modern dating, like
where chaos becomes what they call normal. And this explains why she thinks the emotionally intelligent man she is describing behaves like a boy. She isn't used to, nor expected a man to stay silent when she knew he had reason to respond back. Most mature and emotionally intelligent men take this stand because we know this is the best way to de-escalate the situation, but a woman like her who is used to chaos thinks we are immature. He was helping the situation, but unfortunately, it wasn't her understanding of that matter.
Next, we have modern women trying to redefine the meaning of the word no and yes. Let's check it.
So when girls say yes, they mean yes. But when they say yes, they also mean no. When they say no, they sometimes mean no, but they sometimes also mean yes. Yes.
these Asian girls are crazy.
I bet it's a lot easier to learn a full computer science course. It seems to be too complicated.
Or it could be a maybe, but maybe is a yes. Yes, so maybe also means yes. Yeah.
So basically girls are quantum computers? Basically, they don't know what they want. Dealing with girls mean dealing with JavaScript. JavaScript is still less confusing than this. Error message, the system needs factory reset.
Oh,
but they really better be clear when dealing with a confident man, because we don't have time to be guessing what you meant when you said no. We will take your word for it and base our action on your statement, so the outcome will certainly be related to your words. Do not expect us to insist on pursuing when you said no. It won't happen, and this is why a lot of women later complain the guy didn't like them as much, because once she said no, he was gone for good. She was expecting him to continue to chase her as it would be a symbol of how much he likes her. But we no longer operate that way, and modern women will have to adapt to this change. If they want to play, they better find their best friend to do that with.
Lastly, we have a woman who isn't pleased with the outcome of her roster experiment. They all left her, and now she is struggling to deal with triple rejection at the same time. Let's have a look at that video.
You know how they say keep a roster while you're dating helps soften the blow when somebody doesn't work out? Well, what they failed to mention is the possibility that you can end up breaking up with your entire roster in a short period of time. I didn't go through one breakup, I went through 3, back to back.
That isn't the only thing they failed to mention. They also failed to tell you that none of these guys will take you seriously because they know what's going on and they just want to enjoy the Netflix.
I thought, like, if somebody in your roster gets dropped from the team and then you replace them, what do you do when the entire roster disappears overnight? That's not how this was supposed to work. I put so much time and energy into building my roster. Where was the warning label? This wasn't in the fine print. Not like I would have read it anyways, but...
As a man, if I find out you had a roster of guys, I'm assuming you didn't, and never will care about our relationship and will never be loyal. Call me old-fashioned, but how about focusing on one person?
Same.
If you have a roster, then you aren't focusing on your relationship. That's why someone doesn't work out. Jesus Christ, these commenters don't understand dating at all. I legit have so many complaints about modern dating, But seeing multiple people while you're single and looking for the right person is nothing new, and pretty normal and acceptable. Why do y'all think you should be exclusive before you talk about being exclusive? Putting all your feelings and hope into one person before you even had that conversation is just asking for soul-crushing pain.
No, I disagree with this statement. If you're going about dating multiple people at the time and stuff, you're not giving each person the how do I say this? You're not giving each person a fair shake. That's about what I want to say. Because you have so many lined up, you know, if there's any small little thing, you got somebody else. But when you invest and you meet people one at a time, those small little things, maybe just it. Small little things. But everything else about this person is the fucking business. But because of those small little things, and you have 50 other people ready to go, of course you're going to push that off. Because that small little thing is big now because you have so many choices.
That's what you get for having a roster. Bet they all found out and dropped you.
That's what I was thinking.
Instead of spreading your time and effort across many guys, wouldn't it be better and more effective to put that on one guy only? Whoever gave her this information wasn't completely honest about all the pros and cons of it. There is too much hidden information that would make a lot of difference if it were disclosed. Men are quick to know if we are just another number, and I bet this isn't a position most of us would fancy to be in. Most of us prefer exclusivity, and it explains why they all left. Imagine if you want to be an engineer, a doctor, and a mechanic at the same time.
Shit.
What do you think will happen?
You fail.
You wouldn't be able to spend enough time and energy on any of those professions to be effective, and this principle can be used for relationships as well.
Exactly.
They likely found out, and as they respected themselves, it was the end of it. There aren't many guys who would be okay to be just another number on the roster unless they are there just for one thing, which they will eventually replace and leave at some point. I hope she learned something from this experience and changes her strategy, because it's obvious the roster concept didn't work either.
Shout outs to modern dating here. Yeah, this roster dating stuff, it's not the business. I mean, for most men, it's definitely difficult for us to do something like this. Majority of men. But for women, you're just fucking yourself over, literally. Please subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. And catch you guys next time.